Most men are not weak. They are undisciplined. They are not lost. They are distracted. They do not lack potential. They lack command over themselves. Stoicism was not created to make men comfortable. It was forged to make men unbreakable. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. Epictetus was born a slave. Seneca faced death calmly. Different lives, same mastery. This video is not about becoming popular, not about impressing others, not about chasing validation. This is about becoming a man who leads himself so completely that life has no choice but to follow. If you master these 20 principles, you will not need motivation, because motivation is fragile. It comes and goes like weather. It depends on mood, on praise, on comfort, but mastery is different. When discipline is built, action happens without emotion. You move because it is time to move. You rise because it is time to rise. You work because the work must be done. A man who waits to feel motivated has already surrendered control. You will not beg for respect, because respect is not requested, it is recognized. Men who beg for respect speak loudly, explain themselves, justify their choices. They chase approval from people who have no authority over their lives. A Stoic man does none of that. He stands firm. He speaks little. He does what he said he would do. Consistency creates gravity. Gravity creates respect. You do not demand it. You become it. You will not fear chaos, because chaos only terrifies the unprepared. Most men collapse when life becomes unpredictable, when plans fail, when money tightens, when relationships shake, when pressure increases. The Stoic man expects disorder. He has already rehearsed loss in his mind. He has already accepted hardship in his heart. He has already trained discomfort in his body. So when chaos arrives, he does not panic. He adapts. Where others react emotionally, he responds strategically. You will become the calm center of the storm. While others shout, you observe. While others rush, you calculate. While others break, you endure. This calm is not weakness. It is controlled strength. It is the calm of a man who knows, I can handle this. That presence alone changes rooms. It stabilizes families. It commands respect without force. Men trust calm men in crisis. If you are ready to stop being controlled by emotions. Emotions are information, not commands. Anger does not decide for you. Fear does not vote. Desire does not rule. You feel, but you choose. If you are ready to stop being controlled by impulses. Not every urge deserves action. Not every pleasure deserves indulgence. Not every reaction deserves expression. Discipline is the space between urge and action. That space is where power lives. If you are ready to stop being controlled by fear, fear never disappears, it is managed. The Stoic man moves with fear, not after it leaves. Courage is not confidence. Courage is obedience to principle under pressure. If you are ready to stop being controlled by approval, approval is unstable. Praise enslaves. Criticism is unavoidable. The moment you free yourself from needing to be liked, you gain the freedom to become who you must be, then stay. Not for entertainment, not for motivation, but for training. Because this path is not for boys who want comfort. It is for men who want command over themselves. 1. Self-mastery comes before leadership. A man who cannot command himself has no right to command others. This is not an insult. It is a law. Leadership is not a title you claim. It is a state of being you earn. The Stoics understood this clearly. Power over others is meaningless without power over yourself. A man who is ruled internally will eventually rule nothing externally. Stoics believed leadership begins inside. Before armies, before families, before nations, there is the self. If your anger controls you, you are not free. Anger makes promises your character cannot keep. It turns momentary emotion into permanent damage. A man who explodes has already lost the fight. If your lust controls you, you are not strong. Desire without discipline turns men into servants. Servants to pleasure. Servants to distraction. Servants to weakness disguised as freedom. True strength is not indulging every urge. It is choosing restraint when temptation is loud. If fear controls you, you are not a leader. Fear does not disappear when you avoid it. It grows. A leader moves with fear present, but obedience remains with principle, not emotion. Fear only rules men who refuse to face it. Discipline is not restriction, it is power directed. An undisciplined man has energy but no aim. A disciplined man has direction, and direction turns effort into dominance. Discipline decides when you speak. Not every thought deserves a voice. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every argument deserves your energy. A disciplined man speaks with intention. He understands that words create consequences. Silence, when chosen, is strength. Discipline decides when you act. Action taken too early is recklessness. Action taken too late is fear. The disciplined man waits, not because he is passive, but because he is prepared. When he moves, there is no hesitation. Discipline decides when you stop. Not every fight must be finished with force. Not every path must be followed to the end. Knowing when to withdraw is not weakness. It is wisdom. The disciplined man preserves energy for battles that matter. Discipline decides when you endure. There are moments when escape is easy and quitting feels justified. Discipline stays. It remains when comfort calls. It holds when pressure increases. It endures when pain demands surrender. Endurance is not stubbornness, it is loyalty to purpose. This is why discipline is power-directed. It channels strength instead of wasting it. It turns chaos into order. It transforms effort into authority. A man ruled by discipline cannot be controlled by circumstance. Before you try to lead a family, lead your habits. If your mornings are chaotic, your leadership will be too. Before you try to lead a business, lead your speech. A man who cannot control his words cannot control outcomes. Before you try to lead a vision, lead your thoughts, because thoughts become actions, and actions become destiny. A man who governs himself terrifies chaos. Chaos feeds on emotional men. Chaos thrives on impulsive men. Chaos dominates undisciplined men, but it retreats in the presence of a man who is ordered within. Such a man cannot be rushed, cannot be provoked, cannot be shaken easily. He does not need to dominate the world. He dominates himself, and the world responds accordingly. 2. Own your actions, release everything else. This is the foundation of Stoicism. Not theory, not motivation, law. Life becomes unbearable the moment a man tries to control what was never his to command. The Stoics drew a hard line, and that line brings peace, strength, and clarity. Some things are in your control. Your effort, how much you give when it is difficult, how consistently you show up when no one is watching. Your choices, not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens. Your discipline, what you allow, what you refuse. What you do even when comfort says no. Your character, who you are when there is no reward, no applause, no protection from consequence. These belong to you completely. No one can take them. Unless you surrender them, everything else is noise. Other people's opinions, their approval, their betrayal, their misunderstanding. The economy, the weather, the past, the future. A weak man fights the noise. He argues with reality. He reacts emotionally to things beyond his reach. And in doing so, he exhausts himself. A strong man decides. He does not waste energy cursing the storm. He adjusts his stance. He does not beg life to be fair. He becomes capable. Decision is power. Reaction is slavery. Leadership is calm decision-making under pressure. When others panic, you slow down. When others complain, you assess. When others react, you choose. This is why men look to certain individuals in crisis. Not because they are louder, but because they are centered. Calm is contagious, so is chaos. A leader determines which one spreads. Stop wasting energy fighting what you cannot change. Anger at reality does not change reality. Resentment does not restore control. Blame does not build strength. Every ounce of energy spent resisting the inevitable is energy stolen from what you could improve. Save your strength for what depends on you. Improve your effort. Sharpen your discipline. Refine your choices. Fortify your character. When these are solid, life becomes manageable. Not easy, but manageable. And a man who can manage himself will never be overwhelmed by the world. True emotional discipline is masculine power. Stoicism does not destroy emotion. It masters it. A man who cannot master his emotions cannot master himself. And a man who cannot master himself cannot lead others. The danger of unmanaged emotions. Anger uncontrolled destroys leaders. It burns bridges. It clouds judgment. It makes men predictable to their enemies. Fear uncontrolled paralyzes action. It steals initiative. It robs men of opportunities. It traps them in weakness. Pleasure uncontrolled enslaves men. It bends willpower to comfort. It softens resolve. It turns freedom into addiction. A man who serves his emotions is a servant, not a master. The Stoic approach. A Stoic man feels deeply. He experiences life fully. He is human, but he acts deliberately. He does not react impulsively. He does not let mood dictate motion. He does not hand his decisions to chaos. He responds. How a disciplined man behaves. He does not explode. He does not beg for validation. He does not collapse under pressure. He speaks with measured intent. He acts with calm force. He endures without complaint. Emotion becomes fuel, not a leash. The power of control. Master your anger, and you become unshakable in conflict. Master your fear, and you become bold in adversity. Master your desire, and you become free in all choices. Emotional discipline is not weakness. It is masculine power. It is the quiet force behind every man who commands respect, who moves decisively, who stands firm when the world shakes. A man who responds instead of reacts, controls the battlefield both inside and outside himself. This is how leaders are forged. This is how men become unbreakable. A true leader does not speak to be heard. He speaks only when it is necessary. Words are tools, not toys, not armor, not excuses. Every word wasted is a drop of power surrendered. Every idle sentence is a crack in authority. 5. Embrace hardship voluntarily. Comfort weakens men. It softens resolve. It dulls the mind. It erodes the spirit. The Stoics understood this. They trained in hardship, not because life demanded it, but because life would inevitably demand it. In fact, we explained this in our previous video. The deliberate practice of discomfort, through cold, hunger, fatigue, and simplicity, is how men build unbreakable strength. The purpose of voluntary hardship. Cold teaches endurance, forces you to master your body rather than letting your comfort dictate your will. Hunger teaches control, reminds you that desire is not a command, that you are stronger than your impulses. Fatigue teaches discipline, builds action when the body wants to quit, builds habit over feeling. Simplicity teaches clarity, strips life of distractions, leaving only what is essential: strength, focus, and character. This is not punishment. It is training. Why endure voluntarily? Because life will not wait for you to be ready. Hardship will arrive regardless of your preparation. Loss, pain, failure, betrayal. A man who chooses discomfort before necessity cannot be broken by circumstance. He has already rehearsed suffering. He has already measured his limits. He has already proven to himself that he can endure. The mindset of the disciplined man. Most men chase comfort. They avoid cold, hunger, fatigue, difficulty, and simplicity. They delay growth because it is inconvenient. The Stoic man does the opposite. He steps into the fire. He walks into the storm. He trains his body, mind, and spirit so that nothing outside can command his fear or his obedience. A man who embraces voluntary hardship is calm when life is chaotic. He is decisive when others hesitate. He is unshakable when others collapse. Pain is no longer a surprise. Discomfort is no longer a threat. Life's blows do not control him. He has already mastered the hardest teacher, himself. 6. Your character is your reputation. Reputation is what others say about you. It is fleeting, fragile, and often misleading. Character, however, is what you do when no one is watching. It is invisible to the crowd. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be faked. It is forged in the shadows, in silence, in discipline. Leaders are built in private. The man the world sees is the reflection of the man the world does not see. Your habits, your choices when alone, your courage when unseen, your consistency in doing what is right. These are the true measures of strength. A leader's public appearance is only as strong as his private foundation. If your private habits are weak, your public strength is illusory. The unseen acts that define a man waking early when no one is there to notice, training your body, mind and spirit in solitude, keeping your promises even when no one checks, choosing restraint when indulgence is easy. These small, unseen acts accumulate into an unshakable foundation. Why character outlasts reputation? Reputation can be destroyed overnight by gossip, jealousy, or misunderstanding. Character cannot. A man with character remains steady when others slander him. A man with character maintains his integrity when the world tempts him to compromise. A man with character does not fear scrutiny because his foundation is beyond reproach. The law of leadership. Your actions repeated in private are the real proof of your authority. Your strength, forged in solitude, is the bedrock of respect. Your discipline, consistent and unobserved, is what people will eventually notice. Public recognition is only a byproduct of private mastery. Do not chase the crowd. Do not perform for applause. Do the work. Master yourself. The world will follow. A man's character is his true reputation. Everything else is noise. Everything else is temporary. Everything else is borrowed. 7. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes like the wind. It depends on mood, comfort, and circumstance. Discipline, however, is structural. It is built, not felt. It does not require approval. It does not wait for desire. It does not bend to circumstance. The Stoic approach. A Stoic man does not wait to feel ready. He does not wait for inspiration. He does not wait for motivation to arrive. He acts because it is right, because it is necessary, because he has committed himself to a standard higher than fleeting feeling. Motivation is fragile. Discipline is unshakable. Training for discipline. Train yourself to move even when you don't feel like it, especially then. When your body screams for rest, move anyway. When your mind resists, push anyway. When life seems heavy, act anyway. It is in these moments when motivation is absent that discipline is forged. Motivation will never carry a man through hardship. Motivation will never keep a man consistent. Motivation will never create mastery. Discipline does all of this and more. It becomes the engine of achievement, the backbone of leadership, the shield against chaos, the law of the disciplined man. Do not wait for a signal from emotion. Do not surrender to fleeting desire. Do not seek comfort in readiness. Do the work. Show up. Act. Every day, every task, every moment that demands it. Discipline does not ask for reason. It does not require applause. It simply delivers results. A man who masters discipline over motivation becomes unstoppable. He acts when others hesitate. He endures when others quit. He achieves when others fail. Because discipline is a choice you make every single day. 8. Accept death to live fully. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. This is not a threat. It is not darkness. It is not morbid. It is clarifying. The Stoics did not meditate on death to become afraid. They did it to become awake. Why remembering death matters? Most men live as if time is endless. So they delay what matters. They tolerate what they should leave. They fear speaking truth. They postpone becoming who they know they must be. The awareness of death destroys illusion. It cuts through distraction. It burns away trivial fear. It exposes what is essential. Freedom from opinions. A man who accepts death does not fear opinions, because the judgment of others loses power when measured against mortality. Insults become small. Criticism becomes irrelevant. Approval becomes unnecessary. You do not shape your life around voices that will one day be silent. You act according to principle, not applause. Urgency without panic. Accepting death does not create haste. It creates urgency. Urgency is calm, focused movement toward what matters most. A Stoic man does not rush, but he does not waste time. He understands that every day unused is a day surrendered. Love without fear. A man who remembers death loves deeply. He does not hold back out of pride. He does not postpone connection. He does not treat people as permanent. He is present. He is honest. He is intentional because he knows moments are finite. Leadership without hesitation. A man who accepts death leads boldly. He does not shrink from responsibility. He does not hide behind comfort. He does not avoid difficult decisions. He knows that regret is heavier than fear, and that a life lived cautiously is a life half lived. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. And because of that, choose to live with discipline, with courage, with purpose. A man who accepts death cannot be controlled by fear. He is already free. 9. Never complain, never explain. Complaining signals helplessness. It broadcasts weakness to the world. It tells others, I cannot handle this. Explaining seeks validation. It is a subtle form of dependence. It asks permission to exist. It begs approval. A Stoic man does neither. Leaders act, they do not justify. Leadership is not about proving yourself. It is about getting results. Leaders do not waste time defending their choices. They do not explain their intentions to the doubters. They do not complain about circumstances or setbacks. Their work speaks. Their results speak. Their consistency speaks. The power of silence over excuses. When a man complains, he relinquishes control. When a man explains, he admits that his authority is conditional. A true man knows results need no defense. Strength needs no justification. Action is louder than words. Your results will explain everything. Let your achievements, your endurance, your discipline, and your decisions speak for you. When people see your consistency, your calm under pressure, your ability to deliver, they will no longer question you. They will respect you. Not because you demanded it, not because you argued for it, not because you tried to convince anyone of your worth, but because you earned it in silence. Real respect is never negotiated. It is observed. It is felt. It is the result of consistency when no one is watching. Stop explaining yourself to people who haven't earned access to your story. Stop complaining about obstacles that exist to test you. Do the work, especially when it's invisible. Endure the process without applause. Deliver results without announcement. Let your habits speak. Let your discipline testify. Let your life become evidence. And when the world finally looks up, there will be nothing to debate. They will already know. 10. Responsibility is power. Weak men avoid responsibility. They shirk, they excuse, they blame. They hand over control of their lives to circumstance, to other people, to fate. Strong men do the opposite. They absorb responsibility. They do not wait for orders. They do not search for permission. They take ownership of everything in their domain. Blame gives relief. Responsibility gives control. Blame feels good temporarily. It soothes the ego. It justifies failure, but it is a lie. It gives the illusion of freedom, while surrendering real power. Responsibility, on the other hand, is heavy. It is demanding. It is uncomfortable, but it gives you control. Control over your decisions, your results, and ultimately, your destiny. Everything is your responsibility. Your growth, your mind, your body, your skills. Your failures, own them, learn from them, turn them into strength. Your future, plan it, act toward it, defend it with discipline. When you take responsibility for everything in your life, you stop waiting. You stop complaining. You stop blaming. You become a man who commands, not one who follows. The power of ownership. Responsibility is freedom disguised as burden. It forces you to act decisively. It shapes your character. It builds leaders. A man who owns his life is a man who cannot be controlled by circumstance. He decides, he acts, he endures, he leads. 11. The obstacle is the way. Every problem is training. Every delay is discipline. Every loss sharpens wisdom. The world is not against you. It is a forge. And every challenge is a hammer striking the steel of your character. The Stoic mindset. Weak men ask, why me? They see obstacles as unfair punishments. They feel resentment, despair, and helplessness. Strong men, Stoic men ask instead, what is this building in me? How will this shape my strength? How will this sharpen my mind? Obstacles are not walls. They are teachers. They are opportunities disguised as hardship. Training in adversity. Every setback is a chance to practice patience. Every betrayal is a lesson in discernment. Every failure is a rehearsal for mastery. A man who understands this does not collapse when the path is blocked. He does not complain. He does not quit. He adapts. He endures. He grows. The law of the obstacle. Resistance is not the enemy. It is the vehicle. The struggle is the method. The friction produces strength. Every challenge you face, every delay, every loss, every moment of discomfort is building something inside you that comfort never could. The mindset of action. When faced with difficulty, the Stoic man does not pause to lament. He does not curse the situation. He does not wish for a simpler path. He asks, "How can I use this? What part of my character is being forged today?" The obstacle is never in the way. It is the way. Weak men avoid responsibility. They shirk, they excuse, they blame. They hand over control of their lives to circumstance, to other people, to fate. Strong men do the opposite. They absorb responsibility. They do not wait for orders. They do not search for permission. They take ownership of everything in their domain. Blame gives relief. Responsibility gives control. Blame feels good temporarily. It soothes the ego. It justifies failure. But it is a lie. It gives the illusion of freedom, while surrendering real power. Responsibility, on the other hand, is heavy. It is demanding. It is uncomfortable, but it gives you control. Control over your decisions, your results, and ultimately, your destiny. Everything is your responsibility. Your growth, your mind, your body, your skills. Your failures, own them, learn from them, turn them into strength. Your future, plan it, act toward it, defend it with discipline. When you take responsibility for everything in your life, you stop waiting. You stop complaining. You stop blaming. You become a man who commands, not one who follows. The power of ownership. Responsibility is freedom disguised as burden. It forces you to act decisively. It shapes your character. It builds leaders. A man who owns his life is a man who cannot be controlled by circumstance. He decides, he acts, he endures, he leads. 11. The obstacle is the way. Every problem is training. Every delay is discipline. Every loss sharpens wisdom. The world is not against you. It is a forge. And every challenge is a hammer striking the steel of your character. The Stoic mindset. Weak men ask, "Why me?" They see obstacles as unfair punishments. They feel resentment, despair, and helplessness. Strong men, Stoic men, ask instead, "What is this building in me? How will this shape my strength? How will this sharpen my mind?" Obstacles are not walls. They are teachers. They are opportunities disguised as hardship. Training in adversity. Every setback is a chance to practice patience. Every betrayal is a lesson in discernment. Every failure is a rehearsal for mastery. A man who understands this does not collapse when the path is blocked. He does not complain. He does not quit. He adapts. He endures. He grows. The law of the obstacle. Resistance is not the enemy. It is the vehicle. The struggle is the method. The friction produces strength. Every challenge you face, every delay, every loss, every moment of discomfort is building something inside you that comfort never could. The mindset of action. When faced with difficulty, the Stoic man does not pause to lament. He does not curse the situation. He does not wish for a simpler path. He asks, "How can I use this? What part of my character is being forged today?" The obstacle is never in the way. It is the way. A man who sees obstacles as training cannot be broken by circumstance. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every hardship becomes an advantage, because he understands the law of life itself. Difficulty is not the enemy of men, it is their greatest teacher. 12. Be hard on yourself, merciful to others. A man who seeks greatness begins with himself, not with excuses, not with wishes, not with the world changing. He demands excellence from his body. He works on it every day. Because a weak body weakens the will. Because fatigue clouds judgment. Because strength creates confidence before a word is spoken. Training is not vanity. It is preparation. He demands excellence from his mind. He forges it to become stronger than his feelings. Emotions come and go. Discipline remains. He does not obey impulse. He does not surrender to mood. He trains his mind to hold steady when pressure rises and comfort disappears. He demands excellence from his discipline. He lives by a daily routine, not chaos, not randomness, structure. Because what you do daily becomes who you are permanently. Routine builds order, order builds control, control builds power. The law of self-mastery. If you do not command your body, it will betray you. If you do not command your mind, your emotions will rule you. If you do not command your habits, your future will be decided by chance. But the man who masters himself needs no external control. He becomes calm. He becomes dangerous. He becomes free. Being hard on yourself is not cruelty. It is honesty. It is clarity about where you stand today and where you must stand tomorrow. Weak men excuse themselves. Average men tolerate laziness. Great men do not. They do not allow comfort to define effort. They do not allow excuses to define action. The law of mercy. But while a man is relentless with himself, he is merciful to others. A leader never bullies weakness in another. He never shames failure for personal gain. He does not dominate through fear or intimidation. Instead, he understands. Everyone is fighting their own battle. Everyone has their own weaknesses to overcome. The balance of leadership. Demand rigor from yourself. Be compassionate with others. This balance is the mark of true authority. Command through example, not fear. Inspire through discipline, not coercion. A man who is hard on himself and merciful to others becomes a magnet for respect. His presence alone elevates others without diminishing himself. The Stoic truth: strength is internal. Compassion is external. Without internal strength, mercy is weakness. Without external mercy, strength becomes tyranny. Lead yourself ruthlessly. Guide others patiently. This is the law of a Stoic man. This is the path of unbreakable leadership. 13. Detach from praise and criticism. Praise enslaves. It binds a man to the approval of others. It makes him dependent on voices outside himself. It turns accomplishment into expectation and freedom into performance. Criticism distracts. It sows doubt where there should be certainty. It rattles focus. It tempts hesitation. It whispers lies about your worth. The Stoic perspective: both praise and criticism are opinions. They are temporary. They do not define reality. They do not shape your discipline. They do not dictate your path. A Stoic man hears them. He evaluates them only if they are useful. Otherwise, he lets them pass like wind across the water. Your mission is your anchor. Your mission, your purpose, your discipline, these do not change based on applause or insults. Your daily effort does not require validation. Your decisions are not dictated by admiration or judgment. Stay centered. Stand firm. Move forward. The power of detachment. A man who detaches from praise and criticism cannot be distracted by the noise of the crowd. He cannot be seduced by flattery. He cannot be broken by slander. He is steady, focused, unshakable. His energy is reserved for action, not reaction. His authority comes from self-mastery, not opinion. Detach. Do not seek applause. Do not fear judgment. Your path is your own. Your mission is your compass. Nothing outside you has the power to sway the man who is centered within. 14. Live according to nature. Nature demands more than survival. It demands strength. It demands purpose. It demands order. It demands contribution. A man who denies his nature decays from within. He softens, he drifts, he loses direction. He becomes a shadow of what he could be. The law of masculine nature. To live fully, a man must build his body, his mind, his skills, his legacy. He must protect his family, his values, his principles, his people. He must endure the trials, the discomfort, the losses that life inevitably brings. He must lead, not for applause, not for power, but because leadership is the natural consequence of mastery over oneself. The consequence of ignoring nature. A man who avoids responsibility, who avoids discipline, who avoids hardship, is a man fighting against his own design. He will grow weak, restless, and unfulfilled. To live according to nature is to honor the life you were given. It is to fulfill the potential that is already inside you. It is to answer the call that life places on every man. Build, protect, endure, lead. This principle reminds us, we are not here merely to exist. We are here to grow, to contribute, to become the men we were meant to be. 15. Temperance in all things. Excess destroys clarity. It clouds judgment. It weakens discipline. It erodes self-control. The Stoics understood that a man who indulges without restraint loses the edge that makes him effective, focused, and free. Areas where excess deceives men. Food. Overeating dulls the body. It slows action. It breeds complacency. Pleasure. Chasing constant pleasure enslaves desire. It makes a man reactive to indulgence rather than proactive in purpose. Entertainment. Distraction steals time. It wastes energy. It replaces growth with passivity. Emotion. Unchecked emotion clouds reasoning. It turns strength into chaos, courage into impulsiveness, and discipline into surrender. The power of moderation. Temperance sharpens the mind. It hones decision-making. It strengthens willpower. It frees energy for what truly matters: action, endurance, mastery. A man in balance sees clearly. He acts deliberately. He is calm when others are swayed. The Stoic law of temperance. Everything in excess corrupts. Every indulgence outside control weakens authority. Every act of moderation builds clarity, focus, and resilience. The disciplined man chooses balance. He enjoys without attachment. He experiences life without surrendering himself. Temperance is freedom. It is not restriction. It is mastery. It is a sharp mind in a strong body, guided by a calm and disciplined soul. 16. Prepare for worst, work for best. Hope is not a strategy. Wishing for things to go well does not make them so. A Stoic man does not wait for luck. He does not rely on circumstance. He relies on preparation and action. Visualize difficulty. Stoic leaders imagine the challenges before they arrive. They anticipate loss, failure, betrayal, and chaos, not to dwell in fear, but to eliminate surprise. By rehearsing adversity mentally and physically, they fortify their minds. They strengthen their resolve. They harden themselves to the blows that life will inevitably deliver. Prepared men are calm men. When difficulty strikes, they do not panic. They do not react emotionally. They respond strategically, deliberately, and efficiently. Preparation creates certainty in uncertainty. It transforms fear into clarity and chaos into opportunity. Work for the best. Preparation is not pessimism. It is not surrender. A Stoic man prepares for the worst, so that he can pursue the best with confidence. He acts boldly, he invests wisely. He moves decisively because he knows he has accounted for failure. The law of control. The future is unknown, but a man who prepares cannot be controlled by it. He has calculated, rehearsed, and strengthened himself. He has acted in advance. He has trained his body, mind, and spirit. Preparedness brings calm. Calm brings clarity. Clarity brings mastery. A man who prepares for the worst and works for the best lives undistracted, focused, and free. He acts not out of hope, but out of strength. 17. Time is your most precious resource. Time is finite. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be regained. To waste time is to waste life itself. Every moment lost is gone forever, never to return. Invest in what matters. Every hour spent building discipline, sharpening your skills, or strengthening your body and mind returns power. Every hour spent on triviality, distraction, or indulgence steals from the man you are meant to become. Time is currency. Spend it wisely. Invest it in yourself. Guard your time like territory. A Stoic man treats his hours as sacred. He defends them from meaningless conversation, idle entertainment, and energy-draining distractions. He does not surrender minutes to people, habits, or impulses that weaken him. He protects them as a warrior guards the walls of a fortress. The law of temporal mastery. Control your time and you control your life. Lose control of your time and the world will control you. Every disciplined hour compounds into strength. Every focused effort builds freedom. Every intentional action makes you unshakable. Time is your most precious resource. Guard it. Invest it. Do not squander it on the unworthy. A man who masters his hours masters his life. 18. Lead by example, not words. People do not follow speeches. They follow consistency. They follow action, not promises. A man can talk endlessly about courage, discipline, and vision. But if his life does not reflect it, no one will follow. Be the standard. If you demand excellence, first demonstrate it. If you expect courage, first embody it. If you require discipline, first live it. A Stoic leader is the standard everyone measures themselves against. Not through words, not through commands, through presence, habits, and action. Consistency over rhetoric. Every repeated act, every disciplined choice, every quiet victory. These speak louder than any speech. Men watch. They notice patterns. They follow what is reliable, not what is merely promised. A leader's authority is not declared. It is earned, visible, and undeniable. The law of action. Speak little, act always. Be relentless in your example. Be patient in your teaching. Be firm in your standards. When your life demonstrates what you value, you inspire respect, loyalty, and obedience. A man who leads by example does not need to argue. He does not need to justify. He does not need to persuade. He simply is the standard, and the world adjusts around him. 19. Build inner fortress. No external chaos should penetrate your inner world. The storms of life, criticism, betrayal, pressure, disappointment are relentless. They seek to disrupt, to distract, to destroy. A man without an inner fortress is at the mercy of circumstance. Your mind is your kingdom. Your thoughts are the walls. Your discipline is the gate. Your self-mastery is the guard. If your mind is weak, your peace, your clarity, your decisions will crumble. But if your mind is strong, you are unshakable. No chaos can breach your resolve. No opinion can dictate your choices. No fear can command your actions. Defend it relentlessly. Protect your thoughts. Curate your inputs. Control your reactions. Do not surrender to emotional contagion or external drama. Build rituals that strengthen your mental walls. Read, train, reflect, meditate. Whatever fortifies the inner citadel. The law of the Stoic mind. Life will always try to break you. It will test patience, courage, and focus. A man with a fortified mind welcomes the test. He stands calm while others panic. He acts decisively while others falter. Your inner fortress is freedom. It is power. It is the foundation of all leadership, strength, and self-mastery. A man who builds his inner fortress cannot be controlled by circumstance. He cannot be shaken by chaos. He cannot be defeated from the outside. 20. Become the man you would follow. Every man has a model in his mind, a figure he respects, a standard he admires. But what if that man is you? Ask yourself daily, would I trust myself? Would I follow my habits? Would I respect my discipline? If the answer is no, then change it. No delay, no excuses. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. A man builds himself one choice, one action, one habit at a time. Consistency is the foundation. Integrity is the structure. Discipline is the walls. The law of self-command. You are the only person who will be with you for your entire life. The battles you face, the hardships you endure, the decisions you make, they are yours alone. Be the man you would trust in battle. Be the man you would follow into hardship. Be the man whose word, habits, and presence inspire respect, even in silence. Legacy begins with self-mastery. A man who follows himself consistently creates order in chaos, strength in weakness, calm in storm. Leadership begins inside. It begins with trust, discipline, and integrity in yourself first. The call to action. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for recognition. Do not wait for the world to approve. Correct what is weak. Strengthen what is faltering. Sharpen what is dull. Become the man you would follow, and the world will follow you. Stoicism is not philosophy, it is training for life. You do not become a leader because of a title, a position, or recognition. You become a leader through self-command, through discipline, through mastery of your mind, your body, and your choices. Master yourself, and life will meet you differently. Chaos will no longer intimidate you. Failure will no longer define you. Criticism will no longer sway you. If this message has sharpened your mind, then stay on the path. Build, endure, lead, protect. Every day, every choice, every moment. The world is searching for men who are calm in storm, decisive in crisis, and unshakable in principle. The world needs disciplined men. Become one, and life will bend to your mastery. If this message helped you, like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs discipline, not motivation. And don't stop there. Follow Manhood Max, a channel dedicated to sharpening men through Stoic wisdom, Sigma mindset, and unstoppable self-mastery. Every video is designed to help you take control of your life, build unshakable strength, and become the man who rises, no matter the circumstances. This isn't just entertainment, it's a platform for transformation, a place where discipline is taught, focus is strengthened, and success is made inevitable. Here, excuses don't exist. Weakness is challenged. Progress is demanded. By following this channel, you're not just watching content. You're committing to a lifestyle of growth, resilience, and relentless self-improvement. Every video is a tool. Every lesson is a weapon. Every tip is designed to make you sharper, stronger, and more unstoppable than yesterday. Subscribe now and start your journey. Master your mind. Master your actions. Master your life. Join the community of men who refuse to settle. Men who refuse to be controlled by fear, distraction, or opinion. Men who rise because they train, discipline, and dominate themselves first. Manhood Max isn't for the passive. It's for the men who are serious about becoming their best, strongest, and most disciplined selves. Hit subscribe and transform your life one lesson at a time.